First game we are taking a look at this month is Dino Eruption, a VR adventure game that completely unsurprisingly features dinosaurs. The game is based on multiple tiny open worlds which will take you through a 5-hour campaign where you will be able to make use of various free movement systems such as climbing on pretty much everything you can find. The game also features various drivable vehicles to get around these maps, which I think is something that's pretty unique in VR because I haven't seen that happen a whole lot. The game also has a lot of physics-based objects, so you can, interact with a bunch of stuff, and maybe there's even some slight destruction caused by you or the dinosaurs you're trying to fight. And speaking about fighting dinosaurs, the combat is mostly based around stealth, because as you might know, dinosaurs are pretty big and humans are pretty tiny. So you'll have to use some guerrilla-style warfare tactics and probably do a lot of running to not get eaten. The game also features a wide variety of dinosaurs to battle and/or pet. I have no idea if that's an option yet, but it definitely should be. The game is out now and only on PC VR. And coming in at number 2 this month, it is Ryte, the Eye of Atlantis, which is a VR puzzle adventure game that sort of reminds me of Myst, but it might also just be because I've seen all about that game in the media lately. This game is set in ancient Greece and, as expected, the city of Atlantis. I honestly think this game looks absolutely gorgeous, judging from the screenshots and the early gameplay footage I saw, but I have no idea if this is actually representing the actual gameplay. The game features various puzzles that are partly based on history and also partly based on mythology, which is a nice combination in my opinion. The story focuses on saving the city of Atlantis from certain doom, which is probably drowning, because in my understanding the city was sort of underwater. It is out now and only on PC VR. And next up we have DEADBOLT City, which is a mix between Spider-Man's web swimming and rhythm games. A combination that you probably didn't expect to be made, but yet it is here. Because rhythm games work well in VR and swinging works well in VR, why not combine them? And this is the game that does it. The control system has more depth than just swinging. You can also do boosting, yanking and climbing, which I think could lead to a nice varied bit of gameplay. Most of the levels you have to swing along a neon looking city and levels are synced to the music. So if you play it right and you don't, lag behind or go way too fast, it should be a really nice experience. The game is out now and only on PC VR. Now, next up is ELIOS VR, which is a bit of a weird one, but I definitely needed something to fill up the list because January and February are really dry. I picked it because it's a RuneScape looking early World of Warcraft style VR RPG game. Now that's what it looks like from the videos and the screenshots. I have actually no idea if it's actually that much in depth because I couldn't find much about it. So this game could be great, could be awful. The game features an open world which you can enter using various classes such as a knight, an archer or a wizard. Basically your standard RPG game classes. You can use these classes to complete quests, not out of the usual, and also defeat bosses in boss battles. There's also various open world activities such as hunting and farming. Now I really like the look of this because it just looks like early 2000s RPG PC games, but then in VR, which I think could be really cool because it saves performance. And it also is by now almost becoming a retro looking art style, and we definitely need more MMORPG style games in virtual reality. The game should be out right now and only on PC VR. Next up is Project Terminus VR, which is a VR horror game. Wow, what a surprise. We can't have a list without one. This game is set in Paris, something different for once besides a creepy cabin in the woods or something. And in this game you'll have to face down a Lovecraftian almighty threat, which definitely already sounds pretty terrifying. The game also definitely looks pretty scary with a focus on immersion and a lot of interactable objects in the world, so you can actually sort of get some extra presence in the location you're in. The game largely takes place in the Paris subway system, where you'll have to hide, run and maybe fight various terrifying foes. The game features a campaign with a story, and I have no idea how good the story will be, but horror just works pretty well in VR. Even if the story is trash, it's probably still going to be terrifying. The game will launch somewhere in February of 2021 and only on PC VR. And up next is Hitman 3 VR. Finally, some good news for the PlayStation VR system. Now Hitman 3, the brand new Hitman game, has gotten a VR mode, which is sadly exclusive to PlayStation. But that's besides the point. This game just features the regular Hitman gameplay we love, where you can assassinate targets in small open world locations across the globe. But in VR, which is definitely pretty nice. The game features a really interesting control system because it doesn't use motion controls. It actually uses the DualShock controller instead of the PlayStation Move controllers. And apparently it works incredibly well because there's a motion sensor in the PlayStation controller, and apparently it works really nice. And you can play the game while sitting down, which is really chill for if you just want to sit back, relax, and kill some people, which we all sometimes have the tendencies to do. The game is out right now and only on PlayStation VR. Now, next up we finally have some Quest games. We definitely need to have more of these in there, but that will definitely become easier once Side Quest gets more and more active with brand new games being released. This game is actually launching on the Oculus Store. It is Yupitergrad, which is another VR swinging game, but this time on the Quest. It is a Soviet repairman game where you are in space and you swing around a space station using Spider-Man-like grabby things, except they're toilet plungers because apparently budget cuts are a real thing in Soviet Russia. And yeah, the game features a really cool looking cel-shaded art style, which is just something I'm a sucker for, but it might not be your thing. But I think it looks really crisp, looks really clean, and the gameplay looks pretty fun. There's a story mode that you can play through. There's also a time attack mode where you have to complete a set course in the shortest time possible. I think it's a pretty unique game concept, and I like the cel-shaded Soviet style, which I think is really unique. The game is out now on Oculus Quest and it is in the official Oculus Store. And next up is Warplanes WW1 Fighters, a game that I actually already played on this channel because it is out on Side Quest already, but it just recently released and I just thought it was too interesting to pass on. Yeah, it's a World War I fighter sim/game. It's not terribly realistic, but it does still feel pretty good. You can fly various fighters in dogfights and ground attack missions, all set in World War I. The game has some pretty interesting controls, as you can control it with the joysticks on your Oculus controllers, but you can also actually physically grab the in-game flight stick and controls and control your airplane that way, which feels very immersive despite not actually being able to feel the stick and everything you're grabbing. The game also has some really nice graphics and it runs incredibly well even on the first quest, despite looking pretty damn good. There's a free demo available right now that you can try on Side Quest. There will be a link to that in the description as well. You can also pay for the early access version, which will give you way more content than the demo, and also allows you to save your games, which if you really enjoy a game, you should definitely get that one. It is out right now in early access on the Oculus Quest and only on the Side Quest store for now. And next is yet another Quest game, but this time it is Doom 3 VR, made by the awesome Dr. Beef, who also ported Wolfenstein and Quake to VR already. I think he also did Half-Life, but I am not entirely sure. This is a mod for the actual just Doom 3 game that you can buy on Steam. So you will need to buy this game on Steam first before you'll be able to play it on your Oculus Quest headset. But the mod that allows it to do that is completely free. The game runs really well and looks frankly incredible. And it features the basic Doom gameplay but completely in virtual reality. Now, Doom 3 was one of the slower Doom games compared to Doom 2016, where you're jumping around like a madman, slaying demons left, right and center. This game was more of a survival horror game where you also shoot demons, which I think works better in the Quest, especially when it comes to motion sickness while jumping around. Now, this game actually looks so good and plays so well, I'm surprised it is not a native Quest game just because of how well it actually looks and runs, and we definitely need way more of this. And as Dr. Beef doesn't seem to be showing any signs of stopping his mad quest of porting every game over the last 20 years to the Oculus Quest, I don't think we're gonna run out of them very soon. The mod, as I said, is free, but the game costs money, but it's only $5 on Steam, so won't break the bank either. It is out right now on Oculus Quest. And finally, the last game this month is Virtuos, or Virtuos. I think that sounds better. It's probably Virtuos. But yeah, it's not really a game. I just thought it looked very cool and very cyberpunkish. This is an app that helps you play the piano by using the Quest camera and hand tracking to overlay the piano notes you need to play over your actual piano. So it basically makes your real piano into a rhythm game. But yeah, it allows you to play your piano using overlays and play actual songs on your actual piano using a virtual guide. It also allows you to put a virtual environment around yourself so you can play your real piano while sitting in a VR world that reacts to the sound of your real piano. We're hitting meta levels that shouldn't even be possible. This is probably a great way to learn or just mess around if you happen to somehow have a piano in your house that you don't play. It is out right now on the Oculus Quest. Now, that was it for this month. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Goodbye.